Okay, and up next here we got a Dyson Ball Animal 2. I kind of wanted to check these out because they were supposedly a little bit more powerful than the previous generation. I used to have a DC65, which very, very similar in design, at least looking at the external portions of it. I haven't really disassembled this machine because I haven't really found it necessary. Although I will say, I feel like the air channel on the underside here is a little bit wider than they used to be. Because I remember servicing quite a few of the ball style machines, and I remember just barely being able to get my finger into there and just having almost no room to wiggle it around. But with this, it seems like they've widened out this channel just a little bit. And it also is given a from what I've seen, these are supposed to be a little bit more powerful because their air watts are rated at 270 and the 65 is rated at 240. So I figured, why not? Let's check it out. Let's see if it's any different. And I mean, I haven't run any tests on it, but it certainly doesn't seem to be anything all that special. But, that's kind of what I expect from Dyson, I guess. It's, they're a name you pay for more than anything. Just doesn't want to stay put. I don't know what it is with these. It's just there are certain things that will not make contact. Damn it. Yeah, I just don't know what it is. It's like certain machines, you plug them into this thing and it's fine. Other ones won't power on unless they're in like a certain position. But I'm going to lean this back so we can get a reading on it with both motors running. Alright, so we've got this plugged into the hose, so let's take its airflow here, and then we'll take the suction reading off of it. These little adapter things are fantastic. Suction release. Well, I expect we're going to see a drop in airflow just due to the narrowness of the wand here. So. Oh, whoops. Alright, brush rolls off, of course. Now we're experiencing a lot of leaking right over here because when I pull this away, you actually see the plastic flex a little bit. So we could actually get more suction out of this if it didn't flex, but that's a machine problem, so I'm not going to try to correct that. I'll switch the brush roll on. Same problem. So I'm gonna do a quick retake here. I just noticed on my upon review, it's like I was getting, again, slightly higher CFM from the brush roll being on versus with it off, and that should not happen. You know, unless the brush roll is somehow pushing air through it, but that shouldn't be happening. So we'll do a quick retake of it with the brush roll off. And you know, it's like I've said, you know, sometimes when I put the seal to here, sometimes it kind of pulls things shut a little bit better. I know I did do this before I even ran the test just to make sure I had a seal on it, or at least as good a seal as I could get, but clearly that wasn't quite enough. So we're just gonna redo the brush roll off test and then we'll do the cleanup. A little bit of agitation to the side, but not much in front of it. So, you know, it does seem like they've made some improvements to it, because I don't ever remember them having, well, I have to calculate it out to know for sure, but I remember my previous 65 getting in the 50s for airflow, so I think it's safe to say they've definitely made some improvements to the air path, but from what I saw, the hose airflow seems somewhat similar to what I recall Backlab getting on his 65, so we probably don't have a more powerful motor here, so I don't know where that additional 30 air watts comes from, but they definitely seem to have streamlined their, well, maybe streamline isn't a good word for it. They've widened the air path to the floor, seemingly, and that does seem to have translated to some performance increase. But other than that, you know, kind of the same old formula, a few little tweaks, but it's okay.